I'm Marc Mauer, the Executive Director of the Sentencing Project, a national nonprofit organization working on criminal justice policy reform. The Sentencing Project is a national nonprofit founded in 1986. We're engaged in research, public education, and advocacy around mass incarceration, trying to reduce the number of people who are housed in prison and employ more comprehensive approach to public safety. As the executive director of the organization, I'm responsible for developing our overall policy and strategy in consultation with our staff and our board. I also write articles and books, testify in legislative hearings, do a good deal of public education, and help to coordinate the staff work around these issues. I first started working in this area when I was in graduate school in social work. There was the Office of the American Friends Service Committee, the Quaker social justice organization, that was working locally on criminal justice reform. Initially, it involved setting up a community bail fund to get local churches to pitch in money to post bail for indigent defendants who were housed in the local jail. And following that, I started spending a good deal of time visiting in prisons and working with community groups and learning a lot about what prisons are like, and doing more research engagement in the world of advocacy too.
Someone who's gotten to know Marc and hear him talk about criminal justice reform, it's very clear that he's passionate about it.
We need to create a political environment that both welcomes research, that welcomes a range of opinions and engagement of people, and has an open discussion about the issue. So that's one of the main reasons why we're so heavily invested in public education, which involves working with editorial boards at leading newspapers, speaking to professional conferences, religious organizations, community activists, all designed to create more public demand for a more effective, more compassionate approach to criminal justice policy.
Through Marc's research and policy reform, he's working towards changing an extremely unjust system that has plagued the U.S. for hundreds of years.
There's a growing convergence between both liberals and conservatives around the need for criminal justice reform. So we're seeing in recent years high-profile conservatives like Newt Gingrich writing op-ed editorial commentary, engagement on Capitol Hill around reducing mandatory sentences for drug offenses and promoting other alternatives. So this has been very welcome because for many years, much of our work had to focus on ongoing new proposals for harsh sentencing policies, mandatory sentencing, and the like. So now we have much more of an opportunity to push forward, to advocate for proposals that would make things better, to have better sentencing policies, more support for re-entry programming for people coming home from prison and the like. Well, after I retire next year, I'm retiring full-time work, but not giving up my passion for this work. So I will stay on as a senior advisor to the Sentencing Project, helping in the transition with my successor. There may be discrete projects that I'll take up over time, or engagement with community groups around these issues. So I'm open to a range of ways to stay connected with the field, but I also hope to take some photography classes and spend time with the new grandchild on the way as well.